All right, folks, we're back with another episode of Story Out Says. Wait, Christian, I'm Pierre. What was your name? What's your name?
What's my name? Shit, I was gonna say something, but that'd be a spoiler. I'm Chris. Just call me Chris.
Okay, great. Yes, we're not perfect. No one's infallible except for Christian. That is what it is. What is the full title of the show? Frieren. What else?
It's called Frieren Beyond Journey's End, but you could just call it Frieren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing episode 2. It didn't have to be magic. Very beautiful. Very nice. Very kind. So yeah, as we left off, training is going on. We start seeing, she's not someone who's cold. Although, like you said, like her name, the translation is cold. It's just one of these people, like, if I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. But if I don't know you, like, don't fuck with me. But I'm not a bitch. But I just don't know you. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just doing her. She's just minding her own business.
Yeah, because she's giving one girl pointers. Fern, there's just 3 things. Like, if you need to master this shit, girl, to master this art, to be the major you want to become, the amount of mana that's fired and the mage's level of control. It'll take years, of course, to master, but you got to be patient. And then she looked down. She sees that Fern is a bit sad at hearing that. She's like, well, just so you know, your level of control is good. So you have one of those 3 already patented. You just need to work on these other 2. Be patient for yourself. I'm like, girl. I'm like, okay, girl, okay. I'm like, you know what, Frieren, you're not a bitch. It's like.
And Heiter says it later on too. She's a very kind girl.
I'm like, girl, you good. This is all front. Who hurt you? No, that was nice. That's very nice. So Christian did time jump. 4 years went by. Now they didn't list 4 years. Didn't list it. She said, hey, we've been training with her for the past 4 years. She's giving Heiter the reports. As they show you, they're training. Like, Heiter's just freaking embarking on some semi-nudist activities as they're training. Like, homeboy's bathing in his Speedos. But it is what it is. There's some Isoka vibes, Hunter x Hunter, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but dude, I don't know if I mentioned this, but because they have a couple scenes in this episode where they have these quick flashbacks, and I'll just because we're talking about it, like the scene later on where Frieren's passed out on the floor and she has this goofy early morning face, or just sometimes like they show the mundane things that they do on a day-to-day basis. Those time-lapse scenes overlaid with the music are some of my favorite parts of this show. It's so lovely just to watch it. And it feels really good when I see that. So, and then also, like, it's a great way of segueing when years passed, and it's like they tell you, oh yeah, 4 years just passed in those like 10 seconds. You're like, whoa,
yeah,
god damn.
They show you,
it's great.
The seasons. They show you it's cold out, it's snowing, it's fall-ish. Yes, no, they did that very nicely. You can someday she's exhausted because she's doing 2 things. You see her at a table trying to decipher this grimoire, this code, and you see her training Fern. so homegirl's back and forth. Yeah, it was nicely done. It didn't just say 4 years later. Like, she told you. It's been 4 years since I've been decoding this in training. And she gave the recommendation, Fern is studying too hard. It's not good. She's going to overexert and freaking, like, she's going to drain herself out. So, and then Christian, and she says, hey, this grimoire is probably, and then Heiter fainted. Again, I'm watching this just now. So next scene, he's laying in bed. He's like, it's a miracle I've been mobile for all this long. And she says, okay, all right, fine. I guess your condition is deteriorating more rapidly than I thought, so I'll decipher the grimoire quicker. At that point in time, I'm like, okay, this is just a stunt. So this dude can get this woman to just figure this code out faster so I can become immortal. I'm like, what is his ulterior motive? Which they proved me wrong at the end of the episode, of course. But I'm like, it's just so crazy. Because she said this grimoire probably, because I'm assuming it's going to be like, this grimoire was probably uncodable or some shit, and then he just fails on the floor. I'm just like, oh. Because, I've watched too many, like, movies and shows with schemes. so I'm just like, I'm keeping an eye out for bro, you're a priest who drinks? I don't know, man. And then we get to know about the origin. How did Fern come to the table? Because he saved Fern. Why did he save Fern? Because of Himmel. Another thing I like, Christian. Another thing that I like. Himmel has so many qualities, yet he has such... It's not bad, but so not narcissist. Narcissist is negative. Not self-led, not selfish, self-centered. Someone that can inspire a friend to get to a point to say, you know what, like this person saved so many people that I don't want to let this person down. That in that moment you're about to take away your own life because Fern was about to jump off a cliff looking at her parents. She's an orphan, so I'm assuming those parents, not assuming, they're dead. She's an orphan. So for Heiter, like stop her, you know, and say like you should cherish these memories and you should not take away your life. But the way all of that like came from his friend Himmel, who saved as many people as he could, was so good as a person to inspire him even after Himmel's death to be like, I need to do this because that's what Himmel would have done. But at the same time, the same Himmel that's like, hey, a statue of myself, hooray, let's take different poses. Yeah. Do I look handsome here? Do I look handsome there? I love the fact that you can be so layered as a person. You can be shallow and considerate. No, that's beautiful. I was like, that's nice.
You know, oh damn, I can't say that. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, you can say that.
Yeah, it was gonna be. It was. I hope I remember later on. But yeah, like I really hope I remember later on, because, I'll say for now, I think that's also just a big part of his comedy, especially when he's around, you know, this group of people.
Yeah,
it's like kind of his thing to be, because I think he also does it. He does it later on in the episode, when they're in the flower field.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does it around Frieren
80 different poses. 80 different poses, Christian. The poor photographer.
Yeah.
Like, bro. Like, they ended up just going with that one. Like, all right, man, that's enough. I'm going home. Like, this is overtime.
And they ended up just picking the first one,
know,
the
right?
most basic one.
Yeah, they just picked the most basic one. Like, what does man think we're at? Picasso? This man think we got Michelangelo in here? Bro, I'm a regular photographer, bro. You're lucky I'm going to get your head right. Nah. It's, I love that. Because yeah, you don't have to be all good. You don't have to be Captain America, like, which is literally my favorite Marvel character. But when I think back about it, like, give me some Tony Stark every now and then, you know. But not too much Tony because it can be a bit selfish. But still, as in, be as close as you can to human, at the same time being a hero. Himmel's character definitely went. Go ahead. Actually, let me finish real quick. Himmel's character definitely went on the other side, both other sides, which is so cool. Like, to be this kind of shallow looking, this attention seeking. Well, he doesn't seek it. He was a very handsome guy. Attention comes to him, and he just pry on that and just take that. But at the same time, to be this caring, this considerate, like this kind-hearted, that your closest friends would see you as an example to follow, and that you would be proud of after you die. That's pretty sick. But yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna bounce off that and say that even in the real world, what's more important than if somebody's cocky, like, inward humility is way, 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 way more important than outward humility, right? Outward humility is like, if somebody is like, oh no, that's okay, I'm not that great. Or, oh no, that's okay, yeah, I'm not that amazing. But deep down, they're like cocky about it. They're like, yeah, I know I'm the shit, but I'm just gonna put on airs to, you know, give the appearance that I'm humble. It's way better if somebody is like super, like, verbally cocky, but deep down they're inwardly humble. Like, I think even Michael Jordan, he was the cockiest guy on the court. But when it came to the moments where nobody was looking at him, he was the most humble guy on the court as well. So I think, you know, Himmel, that might play into it too. You could see his character like that. Like, he might be very outwardly cocky, but inwardly he's very humble. And he's like, he's grounded, which is important. And
also good enough to leave an impression on his friends, because that's big. That just shows you the kind of person he was. And even the old lady that they mentioned later in the episode, like, yeah, but some crazy shit. So it turns out Heiter's intentions weren't sinister. They weren't evil. He was just being this good
sick old man
dad. But yeah, so the homeboy knew there was no freaking spell to prolong his life. This was just to buy time so that Frieren could train Fern become a good mage, so she could take her with her, because he knows that his days are coming up short. Dude, the freaking man, I'm not a crier, but I'm like, wow. Like,
yeah, no, when these two scenes in episode 1 and 2 where she cries, I do feel like it's coming up. It didn't go all the way to my eyes, but, you know, I felt I felt it bubbling a little bit.
Bro.
The tears.
I don't want her to experience losing anyone else. Come on, bro. And the saddest part, Fern heard Christian. He's like, because she's in the kitchen, she's washing dishes or something, and as soon as he says that, she stops and put her hands on her eyes and start like brushing it, but not brushing it. That's like wiping your tear. But they showed you a back. They showed you Fern's back. So she heard all this. She's like, bro, I can't. Too much shit. But anyway, Heiter died. The time jump, Christian, 26 years after Himmel's death, which means 2 years later. Which is just crazy.
And only if you're paying attention could you have caught that.
I was like, when it did that, I was like, pause. I'm like, what's going on here? Stop. It was 20, then 26. Wait, no, that doesn't mean 46 years. No, it doesn't, because it's after Kimmel's death. So right, so 20 and then 26. So it's only 6. But wait, Homegirl just said we've been training for 4 years. I was like, I love that. No, I love that. This little math, like, the Attack on Titan, freaking love it.
Like, here, if you had a brother, and your brother was 5 years old when you were 10 years old, how old is your brother right now? How old would he be?
My brother was 5 and I was 10.
Yeah.
Oh, is that for you to determine my age? But sure, he'd be 23.
Oh wait, shit! I think I messed it up. There's a tongue twister where, like, if you ask them, shit, I fucked it up there.
Christian, this is embarrassing. This is actually, I want you to leave this. I want people to know that the guy I've been having to put up with for the past year and a half. Leave this. Do not edit this out. This was
Sure.
Okay, man. All my shit I always end up leaving. Folks, I say so many more things. You're not going to hear this statement because it's also going to get cut out. I say so much that doesn't make it out. It is what it is. But yeah. So yeah, it's only been 2 years later. I love it. Yes, make me think. Even basic math, make me do some, yes.
Keep you engaged.
Because this is what it's about, Christian. Storyolysis, lysis, the breakdown of cell tissue. We're breaking down stories.
You know what I did when I first saw Frieren? You know how they show the map? I think it's only in the first episode. I went online and I looked up the map and I tried to follow their journey as the episodes went. So like if they were in X town, I'm like, okay, they're here on the map. And then if they say, okay, it took a year to reach this part of the map, I'm like, okay. And then I start picturing what that year journey might look like if this is the distance that I'm seeing on the map. It's just a cool way to stay engaged with the show if you do it like that.
That is pretty nice. You're really in tune. You were invested. That's how you are for everything that you watch, unfortunately. But yeah, that's fortunately not fortunate. So yeah, during all these, so it's been 2 years later. So Hydra's been dead for probably like 2 years because he said I was not gonna make it that night. So he died that night. They're just walking around. Fern is learning just hella spells. And I was like, there's warm tea, derusting statues, sour grapes to make them sweet or sour. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. She's just learning shit. I love the fact that Fern, although younger, she's a little girl, is more not that Fern is irresponsible. That's not what I'm saying at all here. But that Fern has a better grip on I'd say reality. Again, I'm gonna explain that. Not that Frieren is just out here in some la la land, but she is more. My girlfriend says on this all the time. Practical. Yes, she's more practical. But not that Frieren doesn't have any reason, right? Well, what's her reason? This is where I'm getting to. The Himmel statue, right? The herbalist that summoned Frieren in that little village. And branches are growing on it. It's mad rusty. And of course, that's when she mentioned the pose. Like now, it's like, he should decline the statue. Like it was 18 hours for him to choose a pose and end up going with that one. So I'm like, that's hilarious. But anyway, they derusted it. That's fine. And the lady's like, it's missing color. And then she's like, no, Himmel's hometown. They brought the flashback that she mentioned. There's blue moon weeds that grow there. She's like, yeah, we're just gonna do that. We don't know it, but we're gonna find it. That's cool. They're looking for a blue moon weed. It's been about 6 months. And Go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to touch on the flashback with the old woman.
Yeah.
It shows an important theme, which is how no matter how heroic someone is or how memorable they are in the moment, eventually the potency of their deeds lose strength. Because the woman said that the villagers don't care anymore about when he saved them, but she'll never forget it for the rest of her life. Yeah, so that's a very important and realistic thing too. You know, like as these big figures in history leave their mark, like eventually they just become more and more like their human traits sort of take, you know, it's easy to forget that they were also a human. Like sometimes if you think of I'm trying to think of like are there like heroes in our world?
MLK. Are you not black, Christian? How dare you say
Oh no. I was no. I was thinking more like, you know, 1,000 years ago. Like if you think of somebody like, because I know there are
the Aristotle, the Socrates, the
well
Einsteins,
those are like deep thinkers. But I'm talking about like David and Goliath. Right. I'm not sure. But I was thinking more of like, you know, David and Goliath, like heroic stories.
Spartacus was based on a true story, but
yeah. But yeah, it's just the passage of time will really relegate people to just myths, and it's easy to forget that they were human too, and that they existed and that they lived.
And that's true, but also there's one thing too. If it's personal, it's not. She is only seeing Himmel in that light because he specifically saved her. He saved the village, but saved her. She was about to die from that monster, which again looked crazy, tall and scary.
Right. This is another example too of a monster that could have been the Demon King, right? If you told me that was a Demon King, I'm like, okay, I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, something being personal definitely plays a role into it too. But that is true. Time really does have a way of just washing away the grandeur of I'm losing my words, of like your actions or your accomplishment. It just becomes history and less spoken about, and loses its significance when it was extremely heroic at the time. Because that's very godlike. To save a village, to save a civilization, or a small group of people, a tribe, shit. And they give you a statue, like he's him for these people. He's that guy. He's their god. But just to show you, it's been a long time. Christian, they would have died without him. Just like, literally, they would have died.
Maybe their hero. I don't know if they would like worship his feet.
They worship him. You didn't see the kiss lipsticks on that statue?
They were.
It's a joke. There's no lipstick at that time, Christian. It's a joke.
Okay.
There was some condoms. It was weird.
Yeah, some stains. Whoa.
There were some stains. So yeah, this whole long thing I was
Wait, hold on. Sorry, quick tangent, because you made me think of this. You know, there's this grave. There's a like this grave that's in the shape of a person, I think, and it's this thing where women would go there and they would get off on his face. And this is like a cemetery. They would go there and you would see these stains left by women who, I guess, I don't know if they had sex with the statue, or if they just like I don't know if there's some kind of protrusion that they would stick up there.
Okay, Christian. Important question. Where is that?
Whoa.
Where is that located? Dude, we're freaking world travelers. I want to go see if there's a spot where there's stains of women's just.
You are a wild individual. You're a wild. No, I'm kidding.
Christian, we've gone to all kinds of places in all kinds of countries. If I Google a place where women go by grave and get off, sure. I mean, Google's so elementary. Like the search box is freaking beautiful. You type that and that shit will come up. Yeah. And you don't have to construct a well-defined and grammatically inclined sentence for Google. I'll just be like, yeah, fam, I know what you're talking about. There you go. There's a tree in Brazil. When we went it's off the coast of Rio, one of those beaches we went to, I don't remember, that legend has it that men who hug it has a higher sex drive and can like last longer. I have a picture of me and Anthony just hugging that tree, a video for just 20 seconds. We didn't let go. It was very uncomfortable.
I thought you were going to say hours.
For the sake of the result, the so-called result, yeah, him and I, we held that tree for like 20 seconds. Like, just picture, like, my hands is holding his hand, because it's a very thick tree. But we're like, our legs are on either side of the tree, and we're holding each other's hands and trying not to let go, just so we can have a bit of that power in us. Just to drain it out of what it's giving, for men to last longer. in bed or on couches or on floors or on kitchen counters, wherever it is. You're supposed to just last longer. So I don't know. I've yet to test it. I'm gonna put my timer on next time.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the people would love an update. So.
We would love an update. Yeah, I better not have caught only poison ivy from that tree. Like, I hope I caught what it was actually selling.
Well, you got poison ivy from it?
It was worth it.
Okay, this sounds like...
That's a joke. I'll send you a picture. The picture was hilarious, actually, of me hugging it. It was a rainy day. It wasn't so bright. You can't really see me because I'm dark already, but still, it's a hard life. But what can we do, Christian? What can we do?
Okay. I was just looking it up. It's in Paris, the grave. And the women, they would, like, rub their pussies over the guy's genital region. I'm looking at the pictures right now. He has no skin color. It's just he looks like stone, and you can see the stains. You can see the stains. Yeah. Okay,
I'll look into them after that. If there are videos, I'll look in the video. I'll grab.
I guess type in the X-rated penis grave, and you'll find it.
Okay, we'll do that after this for sure. Okay, this has derailed. Kitchen, there are children here.
No, dude, there's Fern. There's Fern's here, dude.
Fern's here.
She didn't get a time skip yet.
That's true. Oh, she kind of did. It's been 2 years. Fern's probably a teenager nowadays. We don't know.
No, that's true.
I don't know. But what I was saying, that she's more practical, but then again, it's biased. We got to learn that the reason she's going after these spells, that this specific not plant, flower, is a significance. It grew in Himmel's hometown. And furthermore, when she told Fern, I do spells as a hobby, then I met an idiot who complimented me for those spells. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, was she in love? But we never saw that. We're talking about Himmel. But anyway, it is what it is. And then when she finally found it, based on the seeds that, the old lady gave Fern, she got to the ceiling. She's like, I did it. It took longer than I would have liked Himmel. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. As in, great. She really held Himmel to a high place, which she held all of them. When she saw Heiter, like, you were a good friend, I came back to repay my debts. As in, she doesn't forget people that have impacted her life or that she's been rolling with, although she looked cold to the naked eye, just looking at these scenes until she dropped these little hints of, I'm actually a caring person. She cares. But when I was mentioning that Fern's more practical, they'd be like, bro, this is not going anywhere. That's why she went to the old lady. Like, Frieren's just going to keep searching, and it won't matter if it takes decades when this flower just doesn't exist. And that's when the lady gave her the seeds. Which is kind of crazy, right? If the lady knew they were looking for 6 months, you've had those seeds in your drawer that the seed rats would take, and that would lead them to the field of blue moon. Was it blue moon what, Christian? Blue moon weeds.
Blue moon, yeah.
But regardless, I guess they never asked for it. So yeah, she found it, and that was kind of cute. And
it could also be that the woman didn't, she probably didn't know. Like, Frieren likely has knowledge that is not common to a lot of people, so you could probably rationalize it like that too. And then also what you said, like, they didn't think to ask her for seeds. But one thing I did want to mention too with this scene, isn't it impressive how Fern for 6 months,
there's something knocking on your end, like just boom boom.
Oh no, that's there's fireworks. I can't really
fireworks that. Fuck, what is there a KKK march by you? Because I don't know
that's
why
my mind just went there. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the first thing. Are you okay? You got some trouble.
I literally just thought you're getting invaded because it's not 4th of July. I'm like, what else? I mean, hey, and Tulsa, that's how they took Tulsa. Well, not fireworks, fires. But hey, it is crazy shit. But
Imagine I just cut my mic next time there's a boom.
That's not even funny. God damn it, we never got to the Black-centric poems that tackled racism. But it is what it is. But yeah, man. Okay, go on.
Oh wait. Yeah. So I just want to get this out real quick. It's really impressive how Fern didn't complain for the whole 6 months until that moment that we see, because most kids would not be that patient, and that says a lot about her character.
Yeah, and also too, she's like realistic, and also too that Fern is Freeman is considerate to be like, I understand that you see that I'm doing this for so long. I will end my quest. Like, when? I'll end it now, because that's when the seed rat came and bit the seed and ran away. She could see that, yes, this is being dragged for too long, but there's a reason I'm doing this. This is for someone who was close to me. This was a close friend, almost family. pretty much. But yeah.
Also,
Mhm.
also the way Frieren, we get the scene where Fern is talking to the old woman, and the woman says, "Frieren is so much more mature than we are. I'm sure she'd understand if you conveyed those feelings to her, what you're feeling."
Mm.
And then the next scene, we see Frieren just
Yeah.
quietly listening to Fern with a light
Yeah.
smile, and her eyes are half closed.
Uh-huh.
I love this character, man.
That's
I love her
wisdom.
so much.
Yes, yes, yes.
She's just kind, attentive, or she'll just
Mhm.
listen. Oh my
Yeah.
god, love
That's
it.
that's pretty cool actually. Because what is one stereotype of old people that because they've been on this earth for so long, they know, well, they have the impression that what they do know, what they do say is what is. So for that reason, any contradicting opinions is just false and not worth exploring. But for her to have been on this planet for so long, deal with humans who live for such mere time frames in her eyes because she's that old or lived for so long, but yet still be attentive and consider enough to listen to others' advice and take them once they are correct says a lot about her as a person.
Yeah,
It's true.
you know, that is a really good thing to bring up. That,
Of course, Christian.
like,
Of course it
when,
is.
all right, that was a terrible thing to bring up. All right, you did not make a good point. No. I was saying, like, it's to live that long. Humans are so wicked sometimes that it's very easy for somebody to just get jaded. If you live 1,000 years and you interact with humans, it's very easy. Like, you don't need to wait like a year to see bad people. Like, you could see that very quickly. So that could really affect how you deal with humans like 100, 200, 500 years later. If you have all these examples of them being terrible, but she's treating Fern with so much kindness and empathy, and you know, it's cool when you think
is.
of yeah, just the character of
Christian,
Frieren.
this is why you brought me in to highlight on these things that you don't think of. It's fine. And
No.
that's my only job, just to be the sidekick. I'm Jason 1, Christian. It's fine. You're Jason 2. But it is what it is.
This
Yeah, the
cocky
episode
son
ends.
of a bitch. I'm kidding.
He's not. Folks, he's not. But yeah, the episode ends. She finds him, and embellishes the flower with all these blue moon weeds. And they got him a blue moon weed crown. It's so cute. And the episode ends. All right. This was episode 2.
What do you have to say for
Didn't
yourself?
have to be magic. I'm going to sleep, Christian. That's all I'm going to say for myself. This was not bad. The first 2 episodes were solid. And I feel like it's only going to get better as we get into the journey of these 2 women. Now, you're not going to tell me. I was going to ask if Heisen is ever coming back or his homeboy just killed off. He's definitely older now. Well, it's been hella years. Yeah. It's been 6 years since you've seen Heisen.
Well, I will say that they do flashbacks of like the journey that Frieren took with her crew, so you'll see him in those flashbacks.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're pumped. We're excited. Until next time, I'm going to sleep.
Yes.
It's been real.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.